Hey guys, how you going? Today I'm really excited to be joined by Deena. Deena is a good friend from a while back. We just had the conversation about that before. I'll just hand over to Deena and she'll explain a little bit about what she does, first of all.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Deena. I run a business called Spirit Weaver. I do energetic healings and clearings and really just kind of help people come back to themselves, help them come back to their hearts, really. That's what my main focus is in my business. Yeah.
Beautiful, yeah, nice. And today we kind of thought that we would do something a little bit different and talk about childhood, I guess, experiences and connections to different plants and trees that possibly shape your experiences from then on, I guess, like into later life.
So when I was young, I grew up in Trinidad, and we had this beautiful Poinciana tree in not our backyard, our side yard, but it was this magnificent tree. It was massive and magnificent, and it really just kind of held us all. You know, we had a big table outside underneath it, and we sat under there, and we would have dinners and lunches, and if, you know, Mum made something that we didn't like to eat, we would take the leaves and sprinkle them in our food so we didn't have to eat it. And you know, it was supporting you in so many ways. In so many ways. But it was there for everything. It was there for the good times, for the bad times. It held all these beautiful animals in them. It housed so many animals and so many birds and iguanas, which weren't my favorite, but they were there. And you know, happy to have them there. It was one of those trees that just stayed with us forever. Like almost every childhood memory, that tree is in the back of my mind with it. It's just it was such a constant in our life, such a constant, and it really got me interested in plants. It had the beautiful, and especially with those Poinciana trees, in Trinidad we call them flamboyant trees. So, you know, they've got the bright red flowers that come out once a year, and they're like amazing, incredible, aren't they? They're just like this burst of color, and they've got the seed pods, which are amazing as well, and you can make all little instruments and things with the seed pods, and then the leaves themselves with they're just, you know, they changed color throughout the year. They shed their leaves, they, you know, had them come up again, and it was just this really beautiful, and the witnessing of like in Trinidad, so Trinidad's a hot climate. There's the rainy season and the dry season. It's like 30 something degrees all year round. So to have a tree that changed colors as well, the leaves changed colors, quite rare. Because it was pretty constant the temperature. So we had the light green, and then, you know, turned to yellow, turned darker green and yellow, and it would fall off. It was really beautiful, something quite beautiful about that, something that we probably only saw in movies. Or we could experience in our yard. Which was really beautiful. And so this tree just really made such an impact on all of us. And even when I talk to my sisters, they still go, do you remember that tree?
Do you remember that day?
Do you remember that day when we were in the tree and we saw this, you know? There's always, our stories are kind of like that, which is pretty amazing.
Well, it is, it's like holding the space for you. It's like holding this great support of energy and love, and I guess like, just protecting that space too.
It did, you know. We'd go out to the tree, and I remember climbing a couple branches and sitting there and crying, you know, and just having the tree hold me. Because I knew
you could always count
on this tree. This tree was always there. It was just this beautiful, living, breathing force that was there for us all the time. And, you know, we had great times with the tree. So great times with the tree. We did all sorts of things.
It was never the tree's fault.
No, the tree just stood there and was just like, this is me, this is who I am. I remember we went through a couple of years there though where it didn't flower at all.
Wow, okay.
And it was really sad. And I remember we were all quite sad that it didn't flower. And then one day it flowered again, and we were like, there was like rejoicing in our house. We were like, the tree is flowering, you've got to see it.
It's okay.
So I know, because we we're like, oh no, it's really sick.
Yeah.
And my mum was like, oh, we might have to cut it down. We're like, no, not the tree. We're like, no. And we were like, go out there. I remember going out there and just like telling the tree that I love it. And like, I love you. You'll be okay. And you know, just like really.
And I'm sure, and that connection maybe probably helped it too. Yeah.
Just like, no, you'll be okay. And then it came back. And it's like all flowering and beautiful. And we were like, phew, the tree survived.
That's right.
Our long lost tree.
Yeah.
And you know, as the years went on, this tree was always there. And it kind of really shaped my life in that it showed me how constant trees are, how loving and supporting and nurturing they are. But then it also made me realize, you know, well, there's so much more than that, because they're these living, breathing, growing things. They have so many purposes. They house so many animals. They're just like these completely multi-dimensional beings. They're not just a tree.
Absolutely.
And it kind of got me to, you know, a part where I wanted to learn more about trees and learn more about them. So I studied botany at university, and I went through and I did that, which was amazing. And my favorite part of botany was actually learning about how people and trees interact, how we use the trees to help us grow, how we use them to help us heal, how we use them in our everyday lives, how we, you know, just, to me that was the most exciting part about botany, how we as humans interact with trees.
Yes.
And then all those, you know, the folklore and the legends of these beautiful trees and how they've like helped people throughout time and history and just like that sort of stuff. I was just like, oh, that's so amazing.
Isn't it? It's so magical.
It's so
kind
magical.
of like, you know, there's this whole unseen world of exchanging of energy.
I know.
That we don't even realize because we're just so focused on the physical. And it's like, this is what I can see right here. But then, with trees, it's like the tree above the surface, but then there's the root systems
underneath,
and that's connecting everything.
Exactly, and all the water tables and the trees that connect in with the water tables and how they interact with each other, and
it's amazing,
through the ground. And it was just like, to me, that was the most mind-blowing thing ever. I was just like, whoa. And then, you know, let's move forward however many years now. I'm 40 now. Not in uni anymore.
Don't look it. You don't look it.
And last year I did a course on trees as well. I was just like, I need some trees in my life, some tree stuff.
Absolutely.
I'm like, I've always had a connection with them, and I've always just worked with them and sat with them and talked to them. But I was just like, no, I need more now again. Absolutely. Like they were calling me again, and I did this beautiful course, and it just reignited that spark and that passion that I have for trees.
Yes.
And for how incredibly amazing they are, how nurturing they are, how supportive they are. How, not only do they give us food, but, you know, they give us so much more than that. And they are like...
And it's like, you know, maybe we can, you know, pick herbs and make it into a tea or something physical, but then also the energy of that plant is helping our emotional state and our, you know, our nervous system and just all the different aspects of our life. You know, it's just multidimensional, like what you say. You know, like it's the whole package. It's like the complete package.
It is
of medicine. And
you know, when you look at the bark of a tree, sometimes so I probably do more the spiritual side of trees than the other side. But when you look at the bark of a tree, or you look at a tree, you know, I'm looking at this one in front of us, and on its bark it's got like these striations, these patterns going down the bark like this, you know, and it kind of makes me think that life is fluid. You know, it's okay. Life it's ever changing. It moves. And it's beautiful and it's perfect the way it is. You know, it's like looking at them as well and hearing their messages and seeing their messages, and like, you know, like when you see the sap of a tree, you know, it's like to me like the blood of the tree. It's like, you know, oh, here it is offering up its blood, offering up its life, but it is still strong and living and magnificent and beautiful. So even though it bleeds, it still is perfect.
Absolutely.
So, you know, just like looking at those little messages of these trees as well, I just think is just...
And I love that as well about trees. It's like, you know, they are what they are. It's not like a rose grows into an orchid because it wants to be different, you know? It's like, I'm a rose and I'm proud of who I am.
Exactly.
You know? It's like, I'm perfect in every way.
Yep.
This is just what I am, you know? Like, it doesn't make any, you know, apologies or excuses for what it is. It just exists as that perfect aspect
as is.
Of source.
Perfect as is, no matter what's happening with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even if it gets struck by lightning, it's still perfect as is. You know, it's it's still beautiful. It just maybe absorbs that energy and just continues on being.
Yes.
And it's like just these, they really are remarkable.
Just magnificent. Yeah,
they are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for coming and talking to us today. That's beautiful.
Me.
Oh, cool. Well, thank you for joining us, guys. Yeah, just had something a bit different, and I love talking to Deena because she's always so magical in her perspective and outlook on life. So always makes me happy to talk to Deena. But yeah, so thank you for joining us, Deena.
Thank you, Sarah.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll see you soon, guys.
See ya.